Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and today is going to be an Ascension energy update for the month of July. I say it every time. It probably sounds like I'm just saying that, but it's powerful. You can probably feel it. There's a lot going on, a lot of speed, a lot of energy going on, and it's going to affect us in some interesting ways, and I'm going to get into the details of how it might be affecting you this month right now. June brought with it a lot of clarity, a lot of psychic impressions, a lot of foresight, insight into who we want to be, where we want to go, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, what our purpose is. There's more clarity than ever before. A lot of us know, kind of woken up to, I want this now. And it seemed so plausible back in June when I was getting these awesome ideas and insights. But now the practicality of the matter is that I'm exhausted. I don't have enough time and even less energy to make this happen. My life is still too much of a mess. There's still too much going on and more coming at me as we speak. There's a speed element to all of this. So it can be very frustrating and it can seem like, wow, thanks universe for dangling a carrot in front of my face that I'll never attain, I'll never reach and get to actually taste that sweetness. But as you all know, the process you're all in, if you're watching this video, comes in waves, comes in cycles. So we previously had some sort of a cycle where, again, big ideas, big insight, big revelations, a lot of clarity. And now it's not that that's gone or not plausible. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're well on your way. And you're learning about all the different things now that are getting in the way. So why are you exhausted all the time? Where are you spending your time? Is all of your day's tasks, are they all in alignment with what you say you want? What could you cut out? I know me, I could cut out checking my stats on like YouTube. You know, how many views did I get? How many likes / comments? What's the ratio? I do a little bit too much of that. Yeah, I have my, I'm hesitant to how much of my bad habits I'm willing to share with you, but I have my own vices. And it's like, you know what? I can omit this. I can omit this. This is requiring energy, time, attention, focus, and it's not in alignment with where I want to go and who I want to be. So I'm going to continue to exhaust myself trying to do both, which is impossible, or I'm going to let the thing go that's not really serving me anymore. The same message is contained also with your energy. Not only the time, you're not going to have time to do both. Hang on to the old behaviors of the old version of yourself and become the new you that you want and you say you want to be. You don't have the time for that. You got to choose. At the same time, again, the energy is going to come in where it'll be magnified. The things that you're doing that are not a vibrational compatibility to your new current vibration, and especially where you wish to go, it's going to become more obvious. Whereas you might have been able to get away with doing certain things and yeah, it was a waste of time, but when they start to truly, you start to see it, just how much they drain you and suck out your creative juices. And it leaves you just empty in the gas tank and you have nothing left but just like a faint idea of what you want to do. You don't have any energy or passion or gusto to do it. So the feeling exhausted can oftentimes be a blessing because it's saying, hey, these things aren't working for you anymore. So why are you still doing them? You're getting exhausted, it's wasting your time. So the whole message is, where can you refine your life, your mindset, your beliefs, all the totality of you? It's time to refine it and really organize it and become perfectly in alignment with this new direction. And that's what's going to happen. That's what always happens. It's sort of sucky when the cycles change and you go from hope and optimism and new ideas and breakthroughs to now I got a million freaking things on my plate and I'm exhausted. Yeah, for now, for a while, until you make the adjustments, which you will. You will or you'll suffer. Most of you will choose to stop suffering and you'll get the hint. You all do it in your own intuitive way. And when you do, when you let go of this and stop doing this and save off some time wasting stuff here, and then you'll find yourself with another big opening you're staring out into. Wow. Not only do I have my energy back, I have time, But now I'm getting even more ideas, more clarity, more foresight, and now I'm really, really on track. But to get to that point, you got to do the work. So if you feel exhausted, you're just kind of being stretched in a million different directions, things are happening fast, that's okay. It's just a cycle, man. It'll play out, it'll relax. But don't ignore the messages that are pretty much obvious and popping out at you at this time. Secondly, also in beautiful harmony with you living your best life, is this month, I believe we're going to release a lot of very deep core ego layers, if you want to call them that. Just different attitudes, emotions on a core level that have been fundamental and integral into our psyche, our decision-making process, our perception, our thoughts, our emotional state of being. All this stuff is very heavily influenced by these very core, deep core ego type layers, these layers of our unconscious, layers of conditioning. And you might find them, some of them coming out, raising to the surface, and you're like, oh man, I don't like how I feel. I don't like how I'm acting. My behavior is completely, obviously dysfunctional. I'm super like racy and defensive and unmeditative in my head. And I can also see how that is completely disrupting my life. And for a time, it's like, dude, I don't have any time. I don't have any energy. I'm my own freaking worst enemy. I feel horrible. I'm just sabotaging my life and I can't even freaking stop it. It's like, it can be like that for a little while where you're like, oh my goodness, when is this going to end, man? But it's coming out. That's why it's happening. It just takes a little bit of time. These layers come out, they wreak havoc on all levels in our life, and then they're gone. And you have another release. You've made more room for more ideas. You feel even more in alignment. And when you get back into alignment, less burdened by those ego layers, that's when the crazy opportunities fly at you. You get phone calls from a stranger saying, hey man, I like your stuff. Will you come down and talk to me because I got an awesome job for you that just so happens to be exactly what you want to do. It just happened out of the clear blue sky. That can happen. It doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to the people who do the inner work, which is the inner work. The workbook is being shown to you right now in July, saying here's where you need to work. Here's where you need to shave off time. Here's where you're wasting time. Here's where you're wasting energy. Here is this crazy, neurotic, dysfunctional attitude that you've had your whole life, and it's going to surely sabotage you unless you deal with it. So to help you with all of this, we're going to exhaust you, we're going to throw problems into your life, and we're going to make you feel this emotion very obviously and obnoxiously when you start doing something about it. And you will. You always do. All of us. You can't really ignore this stuff. You can for a little time, but it just intensifies and we eventually let go. Sometimes certain issues, certain periods, certain cycles, we cling longer than others and then cause ourselves more suffering than necessary. Other times we're more smooth, but regardless, nonetheless, the common denominator is we're navigating this beautifully, no matter how you feel or what's going on in your life. Essentially, you are being asked and helped for your own and others' benefit to become the greatest version, the greatest, the highest potential of yourself. The universe always has a motive of self-advancement, self-discovery, self-development on the road to our goals. So you want to be an awesome coach, an awesome healer, you want to do tarot readings, you want to do Reiki, you want to help in some way. Okay, well, you got to become awesome. You got to become an awesome helper. So how do you do that? You master yourself. You get in shape, you eat healthy, you take control of your state of being, you take control of your energy, you take control of your time, you cut out all the different toxic situations, jobs, people, foods out of your life because they're not going to help you. It's all weighing you down. And all that stuff just is magnified at times. And this is one of those months. But again, if you can just roll with it and look at it like, wow, I know I'm traveling forward with this big load that I cannot see. Thank you, Ascension Energies. Thank you, July, because you're going to help me discover how I'm holding myself back. Only when you do that can you stop doing it and let go. and let yourself just ascend naturally. Our vibration wants to raise. We want to ascend. We want to go forward, but there's unconscious parts of our psyche that holds on. All this stupid stuff that makes no sense, but we don't know we're doing it. That's why we're holding on. A lot of the stuff we're holding on to made sense as a little kid, but now we're still holding on to it to this present day, and it's really messing up our lives. Some people have been holding on to so much stuff that their whole personality and character is 100% a product of that conditioned baggage, and they have completely lost themselves. But not you. You're in the process of the discovery, the letting go, and the allowing the true you to emerge from within. It'll become louder and more clear, more radiant, more vibrant as every day progresses. No matter what you're going through, some days you feel heavy, some days you don't feel tuned in. It's all part of this ascension process you're going through, and it's all serving you in the highest possible way, and in time you'll be able to kind of look back and see the value of all these ups and downs. July is a very powerful month. You will be a different person by the end of the month. You will be so much more tuned in, so much more locked in to where you want to go. But you gotta do the work. You can't be lazy through this. You can, but it just sucks more. You'll suffer more. So try not to do that. I'm talking to myself here because I do it too. And I'm gonna try my best to really quickly extract the messages from all the different situations in my life and then apply them in a very disciplined way so that I can reap the rewards of that lesson learned. And I hope that you guys can do the same. I'm here to help you. My name is Victor. I'll see you soon. Namaste.